Okay, so good morning. In the previous class, we have been discussing about the introduction to Bode plot, and for a given transfer function, how to identify different factors available in the given transfer function, and for each factor, how to identify slope, the magnitude equation, phase equation, and the steps involved in drawing a magnitude plot and your phase plot. While you are when you have completed your Bode diagram, then how to obtain the frequency domain specifications. Okay, that was yesterday's discussion, and today we will be dealing with some problems on Bode plot. And today you will see one problem. Completely step by step we will go, and in the remaining classes we will see some more problems with added complications. Right. So. mm, Okay. In meanwhile, you tell me whether my slide and my voice is clear. Whether my slide and voice is clear to you, everybody? Yeah. Thank you. So uh, the first slide will deal with. Okay, I am not satisfied with yesterday's last our discussion actually uh, regarding phase margin, calculating phase margin, gain margin, phase crossover frequency, and gain crossover frequency. Anyway, I will try to explain you now with this diagram. You try to follow that. After that, we will discuss about the problem, right? So if you see, this is the first figure. Let me say this is the first figure and the second figure. Both the cases are different in the polarity of what we get, whether you are going to get a positive gain margin or a negative gain margin, or a positive phase margin or a negative phase margin. Okay, that's it. Okay. Now this is your magnitude plot for a given transfer function, and this is the phase plot. This is your magnitude plot, and this is your phase plot. So how to calculate your phase margin? Phase margin is calculated by seeing where your magnitude plot crosses the 0 decibel line. Where it crosses the 0 decibel line. So it is there. So if you extend the point, it will try to cut your phase plot at a point. The corresponding value, okay, in the angle is going to be gain crossover frequency angle, and the corresponding omega, that is the frequency, is called as gain crossover frequency. Gain crossover frequency, you can see that if you extend the point, it will cut your phase plot at a point, and the corresponding angle is going to be phi gc. And you know the formula. What is the formula? Gamma is equal to 180 plus phi gc will give your phase margin. So for phase margin, you are supposed to see where your magnitude crosses your 0 decibel line. Extend the point, it will cut your phase plot. What is the angle contribution there? And the angle contribution you substitute in the formula for phase margin, you will get your phase margin. Right? For gain margin, take minus 180 degree line. Minus 180 degree line, you try to extend the line, it will cut your phase plot at a point. The corresponding omega is called as phase crossover frequency. Phase crossover frequency. Okay, extend the point here to their gain margin. The corresponding value is called as your gain margin. Let us say you will get minus 45. Then your gain margin is minus of minus 45, which will give you 45 decibels. If you get a negative phase gain margin, you have to convert that into a positive. So that's the idea. So that is your positive gain margin. If you get it negative, you will get a positive gain margin. If both the phase margin and gain margin are positive, then your system is stable. Do you have any doubts regarding calculating gain margin and phase margin from this diagram? Any doubts in particular? And you can see that in your second figure, the same way the magnitude plot is crossing your 0 decibel line, you extend it, okay, here it is going to be your 5GC. The diagram has a small mistake. This is your 5GC, and you can see that it is well behind this 180 degree, minus 180 degree. So probably your gamma will be negative. Your gamma is equal to 180 plus 5GC, and 5GC is more than minus 180. So obviously your gamma will phase margin will be in negatives. Okay, negative phase margin will be obtained. You can see that this is negative phase margin, not this one. Negative phase margin. And same way, if you take minus 180 degree, it cuts your phase plot, extend that, and you will get a positive value here because it is there in the positive decibel part. And since it is positive, your gain margin will also be negative. So both your phase margin and your gain margin will be negative, and so you say the system will be unstable. Either one, if found to be a negative, itself will you will say it like an unstable system. Okay, but here both the cases you have a negative value, so you got your system to be unstable. So do you have any doubts regarding calculating phase margin, phase crossover frequency, gain crossover frequency? Please respond in the chat window or unmute yourself and you answer it. Do you have any doubts? No doubt. What about the others? More than 2 to 3 are there. Okay. What about Shivakumar and Madhumita? Okay, fine. So let me, okay, with all these introduction to Bode, let me start dealing with the problems. Okay, right. So we will consider this problem. This is problem number 1. My first step is reading the statement of the problem says that for the given transfer function, draw the Bode plot and obtain the gain crossover frequency. We will try to obtain all the frequency domain specifications possibly, like gain margin, phase margin, and omega PC also, phase crossover frequency also we will try to see. Okay. So the first step is here, the given problem, the given transfer function is in time constant form. Yes or no? Hello? Yes or no? The problem is 20 divided by s into 1 plus 3s, 1 plus 4s. Hello? Do you say that it is in time constant form? Yes or no? In your chat window at least. Or do you have a confusion in identifying a time constant form? Yes or no, at least for that. Which yes is going to be there? Whether the given transfer function is in time constant, or you have a confusion in identifying the system whether it is in time constant or not. Okay. உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா டைம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கிறது எப்படி ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்றதுங்கிறது? இல்ல இது டைம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஃபார்ம்ல தான் இருக்கா? நல்லா தெரியுதா? Answers at once. That is what I am asking you to unmute yourself and answer. Then only the time will be okay. The time utilized for discussion will be minimum, and we can extend the problem. Okay, at a little faster way. Hello. Either of this question, I need an answer. Whether the given transfer function is in time constant form. If an yes or a no, or tell me whether you have a problem in identifying the transfer function is in time constant form. அது எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுன்னு தெரியல சார்னு யாரும் சொல்றீங்களா? பதில் சொல்லாம இருந்தீங்கன்னா அப்புறம் ஓகே எனக்கு வந்து அப்புறம் எப்படி ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும்? நான் ஏற்கனவே நடத்தியிருக்கிறேன் டைம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஃபார்ம்ங்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்றது. உன்னுடைய ஃபேக்டர் எப்படி இருக்கணும்? தி ஃபேக்டர் ஷுட் பி இன் 1 plus ST ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கணும். 1 plus ST ஃபார்ம்ல. இப்போ இது எப்படி இருக்கு? 1 plus 3sங்கிறது அது 1 plus ST ஃபார்மா இல்லையா? 1 plus 4s எப்படி இருக்கு? டைம் கான்ஸ்டன்டா இல்லையா? டைம் கான்ஸ்டன்டா இல்லையா? 1 plus 4s இது டைப் பண்ற நேரத்துக்கு எனக்கு மைக் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்லிடலாம். அதுதான் நான் எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன். நீங்க டைப் பண்ணி சாட் விண்டோல போடுறதை விட மைக் ஆன் பண்ணி பேசிட்டீங்கன்னா எனக்கு வேலை சீக்கிரமா முடிஞ்சிடும். Okay, so what I can say, the factor is in 1 plus st form. Okay, so I can say that it is in time constant form. Yes, so I can proceed. Otherwise, I have to convert that into time constant form. இப்போ 1 plus st இல்லாம அது ஃபேக்டர் s plus 2, s plus 5 அந்த மாதிரி ஃபார்மெட்ல இருந்ததுன்னா அதை 1 plus stங்கிற ஃபார்மெட்டுக்கு மாற்றணும். இந்த 2வையும் 5வையும் வெளியே எடுத்துட்டு ஓகே 1 plus stங்கிற ஃபார்மெட்டுக்கு மாற்றணும். இது போலார் பிளாட்லேயே நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். ரெண்டாவது ஸ்டெப் என்னப்பா? Can anybody say what is your second step? Your g of s has to be converted into g of j omega by putting s is equal to j omega in your in g of s. Okay, so I will get g of j omega is equal to 20 divided by what? J omega 1 plus 3 j omega 1 plus 4 j omega. So what are the factors I have? I have 3 factors here. Factor number 1, the factor number 1 or term number 1, factor number 1 is 20 divided by j omega is one factor. Factor 2 is 1 divided by 1 plus 3 j omega is another factor. Factor 3 is 1 divided by 1 plus 4 j omega. So I have 3 factors here. Okay, and each has its own slope. It has its magnitude representation and it has a phase value. Okay, what is my third step? My third step is identifying the corner frequencies. Okay, corner frequencies. From where I will get my corner frequency? Only from the time constant I can get my corner frequency. Okay, so 1 by 3 is my first corner frequency. 1 by 4 is another corner frequency. What is the value? 1 by 3 is 0.33 radians per second. 1 by 4 is 0.25 radians per second because omega is equal to 1 by t. Okay, time constant is 3 and 4. So I will get this value. So based on the value, I will choose my first corner frequency. What is my first corner frequency? Should be very low. So omega c1 is equal to 0.25 radians per second. It is obtained from my third factor 1 by 1 plus 4 j omega. Then omega c2 is my second corner frequency. In ascending order I have to arrange. And apart from this, I should assume another 2 corner frequencies omega L which should be less than omega C1 and omega H which should be greater than omega C2 as per this problem. Okay, so omega C1 is less than, I will take 0.1. Okay, omega L is equal to 0.1 and omega C2 is equal to omega C2 is 0.33 and I have to choose omega what is that, omega H to be greater than omega C2. So let me choose this 0.33, let me choose 1 radians per second. Any doubts so far? Please respond. Any doubts so far? Hello, any doubts so far? No. Right, so the first 3 steps I have done it. Then I have to go for my magnitude points, finding out the magnitude points, and the next step I will have to go for my phase points. Okay, so I will take this transfer function with me. So I will put the transfer function. What are the transfer function? G of j omega is equal to 20 divided by 1 plus 3 j omega 1 plus 4 j omega. Okay, so the terms, the first term is 20 by j omega, then as per the ascending order, it is going to be 1 by 1 plus 4 j omega and 1 by 1 plus 3 j omega. And it is not having any corner frequency, there is no time constant here, and it is 0.25 radians per second, and this is 0.33 radians per second. What is the slope here? Since omega is in the denominator and the power of omega is 1, I will have minus 20 decibels. There is no change in slope for the first factor. Then second, again I have j omega in the denominator, so I will have another 20. So what is the change in slope? Minus 20 is equal to minus 40 decibels per decade. Then third one, again j omega is in the denominator, so and the power of the omega is 1, so minus 20. Again minus 40 minus 20 will give me minus 60 decibels per decade. Any doubts here? Any doubts here? Any doubts here? So you have to form a table from the given transfer function, identify the terms, arrange them in the ascending order based on the corner frequency, choose the slope and find what is the change in the slope. Find the slope and find also the change in the slope. Since the slope will be based on the availability of omega, whether it is in the denominator or the numerator, and the power of omega. If it is available in the denominator, you will have negative slopes. If it is available in the numerator, you will have positive slopes. Okay, and based on the power of omega, if the power of omega is 1, like what is there in the first term, you will have 20. If the power is 2, it is going for 40, 20 into 2. If it is 3, it is 20 into 3. If it is 4, it is 20 into 4. I hope that you got your problem. So you add these two to get your, okay, not this actually, this one, okay, to get your change in slope. Any doubts? Any doubts up now? Hello, people in the class, please respond. Do you have any doubts here? Okay, then. So what I have to do? I have to go for my next calculation. What is my calculation? Finding the magnitude values. Finding the magnitude values. What is the magnitude values? I have to find for every omega. So when first I will start with omega L. What is the value I have chosen? 0.1 radians per second. So it is 20 log of, okay, it is 20 by omega, because my transfer function is what? My transfer function is 20 by j omega 1 plus 3 j omega 1 plus 4 j omega. So the first term is 20 by j omega. Okay, so 20 by omega is taken and omega is equal to omega L. So what I will get? It is 20 log of 20 divided by 0.1. Can anybody say what is the answer if you have a calculator with you? Make it fast. Check that and tell me. So 20 divided by 0.1 will give me 200. Log of 200 will give me 2.3 into 20 will give me 46. How many of you are getting that value? How many of you are getting that value? Please. Yes, 46.02. Yes, exactly, CB. So since it is 46.02, I will round it out to the nearest decibel, nearest whole number. So 46.02, I can write it like 46 decibels. If it is more than okay, if you get 0.5 and more, then you can move to the next whole number, 47. Okay. So next, what is that value? Omega is equal to omega C1. What is my omega C1? 0.25. So what is my first, from the first table, my first slope is minus 20. So I will take minus 20. That is the formula, minus 20 log of the current value divided by the previous omega value. What is the previous omega value? 0.1 plus the previous magnitude value. What is the previous magnitude value? 46. I am repeating again. I am taking this minus 20 from the table. Okay, from the table. This minus 20 is taken from the table. Logarithm of this 0.25 is the present omega C1. 0.1 is the previous omega L plus 46 is the previous magnitude value. So tell me the value, answer what you are getting. So 0.25 divided by 0.1, go for the logarithm of that into minus 20 plus 46. What is the value you are getting? 38. Yes, 38.04. Very good. 38.04. So I can round it off to 38 decibels. Okay. So what is my next value? Next value is omega is equal to omega C2. Okay. Which is equal to 0.33. So what I will get? I have to see the table. What is the table provides? Again, I have a change in slope which is minus 40. So I will take that. So minus 40 log of the present value of omega divided by the previous omega value plus the previous magnitude value. What is the value? Check it out and tell me. Minus 40 log of 0.33 divided by 0.25 plus 38. Okay. So you will get it like 33.17, which I can round it off to 33 decibels. Okay. So what is my next? Omega is equal to omega h, which is equal to, I have chosen 1 radians per second. Okay. It is minus 60 log of, what will be there in the numerator? What will be there in the numerator? Hello? Everybody in the class, what will be there in the numerator? Hello? Why? It is very simple. You have seen that what will be there in the numerator? You should have 1. Okay, the current omega value. What should be there in the denominator? What should be there in the denominator? It should be the previous omega value. What is the previous omega value? 0.33 plus. Okay, what is there plus? What is that? The previous, yes, plus 33. What is the value you get? What is the value you are getting? Check it out and tell me. 1 by 0.33 log of that into minus 60 plus 33. You probably will be getting 4 decibels. Yes, 4.11. So you will get 4 decibels. Any doubts in this particular slide? Any doubts in this particular slide? How to choose this slope value? How to put your omega? How to choose your values and all? Okay. Okay. Any doubts here in this particular slide? Any point I want to repeat? You want me to repeat? Yes, please, everybody in the class, please tell me. Any doubts here? Okay. Okay. No doubts. Right. Fine. So I have all my values. I'm having all my values. Let me form a table. The magnitude A for different omega values. Right. So I will put that and form a table. Okay. So for different omega values, what is my magnitude A in decibels, in radians per second? So I will put a table. This will help me in drawing my plot. So only 4 points are there. Let me take it as. So first one is 0.1. For 0.1, I am getting 46. For 0.25, I am getting 38. For 0.33, I am getting 33. For 0.1, I am getting 4 decibels. Okay, so we will have this, right? We will go to the next part. What is the next part? I have to see what is my transfer function. G of j omega is equal to 20 by j omega 1 plus 3 j omega 1 plus 4 j omega. Okay. So what is my phase angle? For 20 by j omega, 20 the angle is 0 degrees. For j omega, it is 90 degrees. Okay. And if you take this 90 upwards, you will get minus 90 degrees. Okay. Right. 1 by 1 plus 3 j omega. For that, you will have numerator, you have 0 degrees. Denominator, you will have tan inverse of 3 omega divided by 1. If I take it to the numerator, I will have minus tan inverse of 3 omega. Okay, same way 1 by 1 plus 4 j omega will provide me minus tan inverse of 4 omega. Any doubts? Hello? Any doubts in this particular finding out the angle? Okay, how to find this? How to find this? If it is a complex number, a plus jb, even I can write that here. How to do that? If you have a plus jb, then the angle of a plus jb is going to be tan inverse of b by a, imaginary by real. Okay, now you apply that. If you have angle of j omega, angle of j omega is what? Tan inverse of, imaginary is omega, real is 0. So you will get tan inverse of infinity. What is tan inverse of infinity? 90. Same way, 1 plus 3 j omega, numerator, if you can see that the imaginary part is 3 omega, real part is 1. So it is going to be tan inverse of 3 omega by 1. So I hope that you understand the problem. Hello, everybody? Getting out the angular values. Okay. So what is my equation? My equation is I have to add all these angular values. So what I will get? Minus 90 minus tan inverse of 3 omega minus tan inverse of 4 omega. So I have to now choose different values of omega and I have to find what is the corresponding angle value. Omega is in radians per second and 5 is in degrees. So now you can take your calculators, form the equation by typing, how to type it as what is there available there in the angular value. Keep your calculator in degree mode. Keep your calculators in degree mode. Now choose minus 90 minus tan inverse of bracket 3 alpha a minus tan inverse of bracket 4 alpha a, close the bracket. Now use your calc button. Now you use your calc button, it will be asking for a. I think you know this methodology. Whether you know, everybody know the methodology? Hello? Using the calc mode in your button, in your calculators. Take your calculators, type your minus 90 minus tan inverse of, open a bracket, press 3, you have an alpha button there near your shift actually, that press that alpha, okay, rose, that pink color, okay, you can see that A available there, you put that A, the A is above your that minus sign there in the upper part of your calculator, okay, near your square root, you have a minus sign inside a bracket, from top first column, fourth button, right? So you can write minus tan inverse of, open the bracket, 3 alpha a minus, close the bracket, minus tan inverse of, again open a bracket, 4, then use alpha a, then close the bracket. Now put use your calc button. Use calc. It will be asking for A. Now you put different values of A. For example, I will start from 0.1, 0.2. I should remember my omega values. What are the omega values? The omega values I have chosen are 0.1, it is 0.25, 0.33 and 1. So my omega is also should be near around that. So I will go for it. 0.2, 0.25, 0.3, 0.5, 0.6, maybe 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1, 1.2. It goes on like that. I have to choose it around my omega values. So every omega can be substituted. 0.1 for 0.1, what I am getting? I am getting minus 128.5. So I can round it up to minus 129 degrees. Again press calculate button. 0.2, I am getting minus 159 degrees, 159.6 degrees. So I will round it off to 160 degrees. Then calc 0.25 minus 171.8 degrees. So I will round it off to 172. Then 0.3, I am getting minus 182.1. So I will round it off to minus 182 degrees. Then 0.5, I am getting minus 209, minus 209.7 degrees. So I will make it like 210 degrees. Calc 0.6 minus 218.3. So I will put it like minus 218 degrees. Then calc 0.7 minus 224.8, minus 224.8 degrees, which is around minus 225 degrees. It goes on minus 0.8. I will directly put my rounded off value minus 230 degrees. Calc 0.9 minus 234.1. So I will write it like minus 234 degrees. Calc 1 minus 237.5. So minus 238. Calc 1.2, which is equal to minus 242.7. So 243 degrees. Do you have any doubts here in using your calculators? Otherwise, unless otherwise, use this calc button every time you have to you have to go there and type your equation, change your omega value, and you have to find it. Instead of omega, I am using an alpha there. Any doubts here? I hope that everybody got the point. So I have to use these two tables and I have to draw my magnitude plot and phase plot. Okay, before that I have to see the magnitude range. What is the magnitude range? What is the magnitude range? See, one more important point is you can see that all the values are coming out around the positive values. I want a negative value at the end. So what I will try to do here is instead of 10, I will choose instead of 1, I will choose a 10 here. So okay, so let me change that. Okay, this is 10 radians per second. This has to be, this is a very important point. Okay, I since to get a 0 decibel line crossing out, I have to get a 10 there. So if I get 10, what is the value change in the value? 10 divided by 0.33 log into 60 into minus 1 plus 33. What is the value you are getting? If you put 10 there, hello, let me 10 divided by 0.33 log of that value into minus 60 plus 33. what is the value I'm getting is minus 55.88. Minus 55.88. So I will write it like minus 50. This is going to be minus 55.88, which is rounded off to minus 56 decibels. Minus 56 decibels. Okay. Why do you want this negative value there? Because I need a 0 decibel crossing point. All the other values to get your phase margin, I want this 0 decibel to be crossed. Okay, so I have to check by increasing the omega value whether the magnitude is value is crossing my 0 decibel line. Okay, so for that I want that. So let me go to the graph sheet. So this is your similar graph sheet. Everybody, I hope that everybody have that graph sheet with you. The first topmost one is chosen as 0.1. Let us say, okay, this is your omega in radians per second frequency. The frequency chosen here is going to be in logarithmic, that is your log omega. I should not say it is in radians per second. It's going to be log omega, and your magnitude and degree will be chosen accordingly, right? Okay, so if it is 0.1, this is going to be 0.2, this is 0.3, this is 0.4, 0.5, it goes on. Okay, this is going to be 1, this is 2, okay, this is going to be 10, this is 20, this is 30, and this one is going to be 100, 200, and this one is going to be 1000. How to choose your semilog values? You can see that the first one is chosen as 0.1. The subsequent 2, 3 are all decimal values. 0.1 by means 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. The next one is taken as 1. If it is chosen as 1, the next 2, 3, 4 are taken as 2, 3, 4 as it is. The next one is taken as 10. If it is taken as 10, the next 2, 3 are going to be 20, 30, 40 and all. Okay, the next one is going to be 100. If this is 100, next 2, 3, 4 all 200, 300, 400. Okay, this is what your omega has to be chosen. Okay, like semilog graph sheet. Any doubts here? Any doubts here? Choosing out your omega values. You take your semilog graph sheet. The first one, if I choose as 0.1, the subsequent 2, 3 is going to be 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. The next one is chosen as 1. Okay. Then it is going to be, the next one is 10, the next one is 100, the next one is 1000. It goes on. If I am choosing the first one is 0.01, then next one is going to be 0.1, the next one is going to be 1, next is going to be 10, next is going to be 100. It goes on. Okay. Now what is my, look at my table. What is the table says? What is my magnitude table says? My magnitude table says that it is having a variation from 46 to minus 56. So I will choose the scale accordingly. Plus 46 to minus 56. So let me take this as maybe like 50. Okay, the first topmost is going to be 50. So this is going to be 50, then it is going to be 10 numbers, okay, 10 lines. If you leave that, it is going to be 25. Okay, then it is going to be 25. This is after 10 you will get 0, then minus 25, then minus 50, okay, minus 75. Okay, so what is the scale? The scale chosen, what is the scale chosen? In y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 30, 1 unit is equal to, okay, in y-axis, 1 unit or 1 centimeter, what is that? 1 unit is, 1 line is going to be, okay, this 0, so 10 is going to be 0.25, am I right? So not 0.25, it is going to be 5. 1050, so 2.5, okay, 2.5 decibels. Then you will get 25 for 10, then again 25 for another 10. Okay. The same way, we will see about the angle also. Based on the angle, what is the maximum variation in the angle? It starts from minus 129 and it goes up to minus 243. So let me choose that here, minus 129 to 243. So I will choose it from here. Minus, let us start from minus 100, minus 120, minus 140, okay, in degrees. Minus every 5 unit is going to be okay, is going to be uh, 10 20. Okay, so minus 160, minus 180, minus 200, minus 220, minus 240, and minus 260 degrees. So this is angle phi in degrees, and this is uh, A magnitude in decibels. So let me slowly draw my 0 decibel line. This is my 0 decibel line. 0 decibel line. Okay, right. And now I have to choose my points at point one magnitude. First point at magnitude is at point one. The value is 46. At point one it is 46. At point one, where at point one is here. Okay, this is 50. Every line is 2.5. So it, okay, if you see that 48, 47.5, what is my value? 46. No, so probably from here. So this is my first point. It is roughly been drawn. So point one, it is 40, 46. Okay. Then what is my second point? My second point, 0.25, the value is 38. 0.25, the value is 38. So 0.25, where it is? This is 0.2. Okay, this is 0.21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is my 0.25 line. Okay, here. This, okay, this one. 0.21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, this line. It is going to be, what is the value? I got 30. I got it like 38. Okay, 38. So I will choose 38 from there. This is 27.5, 30, 32, 35, 37.5. So it is going to be near this point. So this is 38. Okay. Then what is my third point? My third point is 0.33, the value is 33. 0.33, the value is 33. Where is 0.33? This is 0.3, 1, 2, and 3. So this is my 0.33 point. It is 33. Where is 33? This is going to be 38 or 37.5. Okay, so 37.5 is 35. So obviously this is between these two. Okay. Then what is my fourth value? My fourth value is at 10 it is minus 56. At 10 it is minus 56. Okay. Let me try that. At 10 it is minus 50. At 10 here it is minus 56. Okay. So 52.5, 55, 56 will be here. Now let me join these points. Let me join these points. First point, I have to use a scale to join this, but okay, now here it is not possible for me. And I don't know how much it is going to be. Perfect. Okay. My first slope is change in slope is minus 20 decibels per decade, and this one is minus 40 decibels per decade, and this is minus 60 decibels per decade from the table. The change in slope, okay, decibels per decade. So it is crossing my 0 decibel line somewhere near to. It is not actually it is not an accurate graph. It may be an approximate. I want to know. I provide you the idea how to draw this. Right? Any doubts in this particular magnitude plot? Any doubts in this particular magnitude plot? Everybody in the class respond. Hello? Any doubts? Please respond in the chat window whether you have a doubt, at which point you have a doubt. Identifying the point or marking the point, whatever it is. Please respond in the chat window. Okay, no doubt. Then I will go to the next table. What is my next table? My next table is getting the values for different values of omega. What is the corresponding phi value? So 0.1 it is minus 129. Okay, at 0.1 this is 0.1, 129. Here your y-axis 1 unit, or I will say for 10 it is going to be 40. 1 unit is 40 degrees. Not 40 degree, 4 degrees. If I am choosing one unit, then it is going to be, I'm sorry, okay. If I am choosing one unit, okay, this is not correct. If I am taking one unit, it is going to be 12.5 for every 5 lines. Okay, you can see that the box is for every 5 lines. If I choose it for 10, then it is going to be 25, right? 12.5 here it is going to be for every 5 lines, it is going to be 20 degrees. Okay, that is one unit, right? Right. So for 0.1 it is minus 129. So this is 120, 124, 128. So this is your 120, 124, 120, 124, 128, 129. So this is the point, first point. Then for 0.2, for 0.2, 160 minus 160. From 0.2 it is 160 here. So 0.2 is available here. It is minus 140. 160 is here. Okay. I hope I lost my power supply is not available. Let me connect it. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Please be on the line. Okay. Here in my home, there is no power supply, so my laptop has lost the power. I'm trying to connect it to the UPS. To complete this problem, it may take another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. I think there is a problem in it. Okay, we will wind up the class today with this part. We will discuss about the angle plot in the next class, and we will try to cope up with the diagram. You just wait for another. Yeah, it is switching on. Please wait. try whether I am unable to connect for another 2 minutes. Wait for 2 minutes. While okay, trying to connect it again. Okay. Because of the power supply, I have a problem. Yes, I have got my again. Right. So now only check it out. So this is where I stopped actually. You can see that 2 points have been so consequently you try to connect all these points and let me complete it little faster because backup is little slow. Okay, right. Now you can see that this is the actual plot which is there in the text for the same uh, problem. Maybe the omega value omega h might be different. Okay, so here you can see that the 0 decibel line is been crossing here, this point. 0 decibel is crossing here. You can see that this is a fast phase plot and this is your magnitude plot. So this is your magnitude plot and this is your phase plot. I think I can write it in black. Let me make it fast, right? So this is your phase plot. Okay, phase plot, right? So this is your graph for different values of omega, your phi value, and this is your graph for different values of omega for your a value, magnitude value. Now I am supposed to find all these frequencies and gain margin, phase margin. Okay, so 0 decibel line is crossed here. What is the corresponding omega value? You can see that the omega value is here. So omega GC, the gain crossover frequency, is going to be 1.1 radians per second. Okay, 1.1 radians per second. Omega GC is equal to 1.1 radians per second. This is the crossing point of 0 decibel line, the corresponding omega value crossing point of 0 decibel line. So, right, then you can see that if you extend that point, okay, it is cutting my phase plot at somewhere like minus 238. Okay, minus 238. So, gamma is equal to 180 minus 238 degrees. Okay, so it is going to be how much it is going to be? 180 minus 238, it is minus 58. It is nearly 60 degrees minus. So you are getting a negative value. The same way, if you take a line from minus 180 degrees, this is the line minus 180 degree. It is cutting my phase plot here. The corresponding it is around 0.25262728. So omega PC, the phase crossover frequency is 0.28 radians per second. And if you extend that, okay, it will be cutting it here. You will getting 34 decibels. So gain margin, your gain margin is 34 decibels. So minus of that particular will give me minus 34 decibels. So your gain margin is minus 34 decibels. Your phase margin is minus 58. Both are found to be what is that? Both are found to be negative. So system is unstable. Okay, system is unstable as both your phase plot and gain phase margin and gain margin is found to be negative. It is going to be unstable. So I think I am running out of the backup. So I will wind up the class today. We will discuss about this same problem maybe in the next class also if you have a doubt. Okay, I will try to explain that in that case. Okay, so thanks for joining today. We will meet by tomorrow. See you. Again, Pragadeshwari is there.